Welcome to the Elon Rich Experience, episode 2. The right now weekly podcast because I don't have enough time to post and edit a video and a podcast every day. This podcast is sponsored by Your Mama's Shampoo. Yeah? You ain't wash your hair? Your grandma's dentures. It's just cheap, baby. Now let's get into it. Rap music. Nowadays, a lot of people say that rap music has taken a dip lately. More like, like a dive face first into the concrete. Maybe rap has gotten worse. Maybe it hasn't. Maybe the beats got worse. Or maybe it hasn't. We're going to start off right now with some of the origins of rap music. To me, it's like one of the most popular genres nowadays from white people. Everybody listens to rap nowadays. At least almost everybody. The term rapping originated in like the 15th and 16th century in Britain. The word used to mean strike or hit, and then it took a different variation as centuries went on, and then around the 1960s it began to pop up in the black community. It was used as a slang word to mean that someone was talking or having a conversation. Can I rap a taste with you? Now, when it comes to actual roots of rapping, it came from Africa. It was these things called grits. It was where in the village storytellers would play these instruments and told stories of their family and events that are going on. This style of music is rap music that they were playing in the original form. It's still in Africa right now, a major way of communication. It was also carried over during slavery. It was a way to cope with all of the shit that people had to deal with in slavery. While they were in the fields, one would sing using a call to answer, and another leader would call out a certain part of a song, and the rest of the slaves would answer with the next line. This is similar to how artists nowadays call out the MC or for crowd participation, like, when I say woo, you say whoa, woo, whoa, woo, whoa. I don't know if rappers still do that, but you know what I mean. Let's get down to the true origin of when rap music actually began in the mainstream, hitting the radio. Back in August of 1973 in Bronx, New York, history was made as DJ Kool Herc, known as the first DJ, and his sister Cindy began hosting back to school parties at the rec room in their building. It would come to be known as what we know today as hip hop. They would do this thing called a merry-go-round, where he used two turntables playing the same beat, playing the same breakbeat section of the James Brown record Clap Your Hands. When one turntable would finish playing the section, he would switch to the other turntable and play the same section, allowing him to extend that section, as long as he wanted. This is what people call nowadays looping, which is used by just about every producer in almost every beat nowadays. He continued to do these parties, and he realized speaking on the mic was just as important keeping the party live as DJing was. So he had to keep up with the popularity that was coming from the crowd, and he reached out to his good friend Coke LaRock. And at these parties, Coke would spit his first bar. Coke LaRock spit his first bar. Now I won't read this off. I don't know if I'm gonna have the flow that he had, but here we go. There's not a man that can't be thrown, not from a horse that can't be rode, a bull that can't be stopped. There's not a disco that I, Coke LaRock, can't rock. Damn. That's another reason why I say rap is art, because not everybody can rap. To have that flow, to have that breathing space to say that rap, to know when to breathe in between those raps. That's not something that you can fabricate. You can't manufacture that. Shit, I ain't gonna lie. I want to try that rap again. I want to try that again. There's not a man that can't be thrown, not from a horse that can't be rode, a bull that can't be stopped. There's not a disco that I, Coke LaRock, can't rock. Alright, that was a little bit better. It was. Notice I got like a rapper voice. It usually goes just a little bit higher. My rapper voice. But yeah, in the next few years, it's when DJs and rappers just started popping up at just about every block party, and before you know it, record companies started to notice that rap music is catching on. They're not compelled to actually invest in it. No, not yet. Rap music had finally reached the mainstream in 1979. The first rap song to get commercially released was Tim the Third, Personality Jock by the Fatback Band. This song got pushed to the B-side of the tape, but after a big response from the club, it was later released on the A-side of the tape. It became a top hit. As you know, this is back when, they had cassette tapes and all that. So, side A was really important. Then side B would have like the lower songs, Became a top 30 hit on the R&B charts. And in that same summer of that same year was when Sugar Hill Gang came up. Now, I hope y'all know who that is. If you don't, you need to go back and Google search that. Now, they created Rapper's Delight, a hip-hop classic. I did a hip-hop, the hippie did a hip-hop, and you don't stop it, rock it to the bang-bang. Say up jump the boogie to the rhythm of a boogity beat. Now what you hear is not a test, I'm rapping to the beat. And me, the boys, and other part are rhythms of the beat. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know all the words, but yeah, back again to this decline in quality of rap. Is it real? Is there really a decline in quality right now in rap? Let's start off with something like the 80s rap. 80s rap, man, it was a lot of simple stuff, Like, it wasn't like people were, like, they were creating art, don't get me wrong. But compared nowadays to some of the rhymes that you hear, it doesn't come off as elaborate to some people. Be like, I went to school, I ain't a fool. I went to the park after dark, got in a car, I can go far. I'm at Walmart, I smell a fart. Stuff like that. And to me, I would have probably loved to become a rapper back then, because there's so much that people have done so far that it's hard to come off as organic and original. Another thing with comedy too, like there's so many more jokes out there that are hilarious that people have already came up with. Like from Eddie Murphy, the ice cream joke. I got some ice cream. Something so simple as that. That was hilarious. But it's already been used. Already. Then we jump over to the 90s and we're transitioning a little bit more into gangster rap. You know, we got NWA coming out and Tupac and all those guys, and it's a little different. Notorious B.I.G. and rap starts to take a little bit different identity, you know, because it was more about what was going on in their communities. You know how people always talk about, oh, that rap, it's garbage, it's blah, blah, blah. They're trying to tell you their reality. This is what goes on in black neighborhoods. And there are a lot of white people that don't know what goes on in black neighborhoods. They got BET. That's about it. I don't fully know if BET was around at this time, but it's not like it was shown on the news. Besides us dying, nobody really knew what was going on in the hood. Drugs, guns being put in. I remember in Boys in the Hood, he's like, there's a liquor store on like every corner, a gun shop. He's like, how you think these guns got in here? Like, it's like, we didn't bring them here. These drugs, we didn't make these drugs. They were brought here. But yeah, what else? Let me give you an example of 90s rap. Some 90s rap will probably be like, grab your mother, shoot her in the face, make your sister watch, and nut on her face. I don't know. That might be a little extreme. That might not be too 90s, but you know, you get the gist of it. But there were also some people in the 90s that were like, you know, like still doing, it was a little bit more corny, even than like some stuff you'd hear in the 80s, like from like Will Smith. And I'm not gonna call it Digital Underground. They're not corny. They were goofy. I look funny, but you're all making money. See, gather around and hope you're ready for me. Now gather around. I'm the new fool in town, and the sound's laid down by the underground. I drink up all the Hennessy you got on your shelf. So just let me introduce myself. My name is Humpty, pronounced with the umpty. Yo, ladies, oh how I like the funk thee. I'm not gonna go on this song because I know every lyric of that song. The Humpty Dance, the Humpty Hump. I know every lyric of that song. But yeah, and we had Will Smith. This was really when a lot of rappers were telling stories. You know, we had Slick Rick with Children's Story, and Fresh Prince with sorry, I just kind of went blank there. It's Fresh Prince with Parents Don't Understand and things like that. You don't hear too much of that nowadays, where rappers just tell a story or shit that went on during their day. Around the 2000s, we got a little bit more rap party music, you know, like Nelly and DMX. Like, there wasn't, I'm not saying that there wasn't party songs in rap in the 90s, because, you know, even Tupac and Biggie and them, they had to have their those songs that hit you, that hit hard, you know, go hard. Then they had to have those radio songs, you know, the ones that can allow them to have actual, you know, some playtime, some mainstream attention. If you don't get paid, you gotta do that. A lot of songs are like that, you know, with like 2000s rap. So it's very diverse. We go from like shine to shibbity-dibbity. Now tell me who wanna fuck with us. Us to the dust, and let your fucking brain smush. Stuff like that to Nelly, it's getting hot in here. And DMX with songs like, hey, yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling, I can't get up. Hey, yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling, can't get up. DMX also had them songs like, X gon' give it to you. I'm going out the door, but X gon' deliver it to you. I think I favor 2000s hip hop only because that was when I was growing up and actually able to understand music. Like, if I was gonna pick between 90s and 2000s hip hop, yeesh, that's hard. Because even some of the people in the 90s bled over to the 2000s and had more work. Like Jay-Z, he had been around for a while. I apologize that I haven't even mentioned Jay-Z up until this point. Jay-Z from the 90s, 2000s to... We won't talk about what he does nowadays, but Jay-Z, he had a huge impact on rap. Then in the later years, we started to get Drake and Wayne. Wayne had been around in the early years, but Wayne wasn't really talking about shit. He ain't hit his stride till way later. Wayne used to be like, nah, after you take it up, then stop, drop it like it's hot, nah. I think Wayne had to have his tongue surgically removed from the bottom of his mouth to become a better rapper. Yeah, as we transition into the later 2000s, rap just becomes more of a very few. It's when we start drifting a little bit more into the trap music. I think more that trap music originated from, it was like an evolution from gangster rap onto Lil Jon's crunk. Yeah. What? That was all. I was gonna say the evolution into the mumble rap. I think it started off with that because let's be honest, them Lil Jon songs. Who the fuck is the East Side Boys? Does anybody know? Did anybody know a verse in a Lil Jon song besides the chorus? Only reason I know a sight verse was what they gon' do. Pussy nigga, what's up? What's up? All that shit out your mouth gon' get you fucked up. Like, come on now. That is the mumble rap of 2000s. As we get into the early 2010s, it's when you start to hear a little bit more, those rappers like Chief Keef and who else, like Dickie, the random names, Lil Durk, Lil B, good God, Lil B. That guy made money as a rapper. Damn bass God, I'm a pretty bitch. You tripping, bitch. Woo! Woo! I can't believe I ever even let that go through my radio. I'm embarrassed. Around this time was when people like Chief Keef actually wasn't as bad as some of the people that we hear nowadays. Like, nowadays you hear some people and you're just like, damn, this rap thing can't be that hard, is it? It's like, you remember when people were rapping to the beat, there was a flow that you can't even match that flow. Like earlier when I was trying to say that verse, that bar, I couldn't even say it because it was so loaded. It was like a flow that you can't match. You can't match that flow. Now I'm just like, why you got a 12-car garage? Why you ain't playing with these cars? While you on with the stars, I'll just stand on my ex bitch. And that's not a knock at 21 Savage. 21 Savage is actually not as bad as some rap that I hear nowadays, but I don't know. I think it's just the loss of rhythm, the loss of actually having flows that were unique. It's hard to do a distinction from some rappers nowadays. Even Jay-Z, he tried to start getting on that. Start trying to rap like them. I'm like, what you doing, Jay-Z? And he got worse. Me told me remind you niggas. Fuck what you say. I'm the nigga. I'm like Jay, you don't rap like that. It's nowadays. It's just not one of those. It's one of those things that, like, if you aren't into or trying to live that quote unquote lifestyle, then it doesn't always appeal to you. You start wanting to hear older rap songs. I ain't never killed nobody, but damn, the 90s rap at least has a flow that's like that, like you can't always match. Like, woke up quick at about noon, just thought that I had to be in Compton soon. I gotta get drunk before the day begins, before my mother start bitching about my friends. Like, not everybody will be able to rap that without listening to the song as a million times as I have. Like, it's best I can say is right now, nowadays rap, it's different, and there are people out there who enjoy rap the way it is today, probably because that's what they grew up on. This is what they're growing up on. This is what they have to look up to as far as rappers go. So there was no way I'm gonna reach a resolution on this, but I'd like to hear what some of you think. Drop a comment, like this, share it on Facebook. I'm gonna start trying to get these uploaded to iTunes and all that. I don't really know how most of that works. I'm still new to the YouTube and all that game. Still working on it. So yeah, let me know what you think. I honestly want to maybe have somebody on the podcast next week, so you're not just hearing my beautiful voice. So I'm Elon Rich, and I'll see you tomorrow.